Hello everyone, this is The Last Word and I'm Maria Shakil. Former Telangana Chief Minister K Chandrashekhar Rao wanted to arrest senior BJP leader BL Santhosh to force a compromise and negotiate a deal for his daughter K Kavitha, who is an accused in the Delhi liquor policy scam and is currently in Tihar jail. This is what ex-Deputy Commissioner of Police P. Radhakrishna Rao has said in a 6-page confession that's on your television screens, and it contains certain very startling and damning details. He also added that KCR was thinking to use this to corner the BJP. He had asked the Special Intelligence Branch to put surveillance over private persons of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The result was an audio tape that led to the arrest of 3 people after a sting operation at a farmhouse on the outskirts of Hyderabad. The BJP, though, had firmly denied it tried to poach any BRS legislators. Those are the visuals of 2022. BL Santhosh was named as an accused in the case, but after a stay from the Telangana High Court, authorities confirmed in November 2022 that he was not to be questioned in this matter. But with new details coming to light, will Telangana police now question the former chief minister? Has the former cop opened a Pandora's box? And where does this lead the investigations into the phone tapping row?
Former DCP Radhakrishna Rao's 6-page confessional statement names former Telangana Chief Minister KCR, referring to him repeatedly as Peddaina or elder, and says KCR had wanted BJP leader BL Santhosh to be arrested so that he could use that to rid his daughter K Kavitha of Enforcement Directorate case.
The confession statement of both Mr. Bhujangarao and also Mr. Radhakrishna Rao, it reveals certain political conspiracy, in fact planned by Mr. KCR himself. They tapped the important leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party to counter the ED's case on Kavitha.
The former policeman also says Special Intelligence Branch Chief Prabhakar Rao, prime accused for whom a red corner notice has been issued, was using official machinery to carry out illegal surveillance on not just KCR's political opponents but BRS party leaders too, to sniff out any anti-party activity.
There's nothing new in this. I mean, the same allegations Congress party leaders, rather the leaders in the, important leaders in the government were saying for so many days. There's nothing new, and let the truth come out. Let the case be investigated thoroughly.
Confessional statements of other policemen arrested in the case, including Bhujangarao and Tirupatanna, claim that specific intelligence gathered illegally was used to cripple the operations of political opponents while facilitating fund movement for the ruling party. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
And joining me now, NV Subhash, who is the BJP spokesperson of Telangana. Ravula Reddy is the BRS spokesperson. Sandeep Shastri, Lokniti National Coordinator, and Yashwardhan Azad, former IPS and Special Director of IB. I'm going to begin with you, Yashwardhan Azad. A former Chief Minister illegally taps phones of his political opponents, and these are all part of confession statements which have come to public light now. Where does the buck stop?
Well, I can say that he has violated all the norms because there is a proper method behind tapping of phones, and it can be done with permission. But yes, you're right, if the chief of the executive, that is the CM himself, gets involved with this, then it's extremely unfortunate. But Maria, mind you, there is also an IPS officer who headed the task force. And to submit himself to these kind of directives is something which is not done. He should have realized that this is a gravest crime, I would say, to tap on people's privacy, because you can only tap phones given extreme conditions, whether it's law and order, whether it's crime, and then you do it with permission. So in this particular case, because it's said that not only the criminals, but also politicians, businessmen, and other people, they were there for tapping. So I think it's the gravest crime ever.
Yes, and what the former cop is here saying is that this was done essentially to have some kind of deal for his daughter, who's an accused in the Delhi liquor policy scam. So it is the Chief Minister, the former Chief Minister, who has much to explain, Mr. Reddy.
No, absolutely right. Because, what I'll
Prabhula
tell you
Reddy, yes.
See, I mean, these allegations, Maria, are not new. From the day Congress party come into the power in the state of Telangana, then making these allegations. And yes, 4 officers were arrested. And this is the confession statement. Whatever today they are saying in this confession statement, rather showing this confession statement, Congress party leaders or BJP has been saying the same for a long time. So one confession statement.
No, but here there is a larger conspiracy about which it has been talked about, that there was a conspiracy to arrest a top BJP leader, BL Santhosh, and this has been said by someone who was privy to those discussions.
See, everybody has seen in the state of Telangana and in the country how the poaching episode has happened. Few middlemen were arrested who tried to bribe our MLAs then, and they were tried. Now, one confession statement simply cannot declare somebody is an accused or a convict, or somebody is completely responsible to what the police officer has confessed. And see, I am not going into the details, rather what is Indian Evidence Act says and all that. But at this juncture, I can only say one thing. The investigation is in progress.
And will the Chief Minister, the former Chief Minister, join the investigation if he is asked to?
See, the former Chief Minister, Honorable our President, Sri KCR, already has denied all these allegations in the last, media conversation.
So does it really stop at the denial? Does it really stop at the denial? Because look, this is playing out in the domain of politics, and here is a top BJP functionary against whom there was a larger conspiracy. And the deal was, and what Mr. KCR was expecting, according to this confession statement, and I'll ask the producer to put out those images of that on the screen. It says very clearly, KCR wanted the arrest of Mr. BL Santhosh, BJP national leader, to make the case strong so that BJP would come to compromise and it can be used to get rid of the ED case on his daughter MLC Kavitha.
See, this is an allegation, and we have an IPS officer present in the panel now. Okay, a DCP cannot, take directions directly from the Chief Minister. Okay, there is a system, there is a hierarchy. So this confession statement, to what extent that is right, that has to be confirmed in the days to come. The police has to make a charge sheet, whatever. But during this poaching scandal or poaching, episode.
So you are questioning the very statement of this officer. So Mr. Subhash, how will the truth come out if the Chief Minister's office, I mean, someone from his office, his party is of the opinion that the Chief Minister has denied and the case should rest as that? Mr. Subhash. So if you can hear me.
Can you just repeat the question? I can't hear you.
Yes, my question is that this is playing out in the domain of politics, but the truth has to come out. If the former Chief Minister indulged in illegal phone tapping, and he did so because he wanted some kind of compromise to be struck with the BJP, because he understood that if there was a conspiracy to arrest BL Santhosh, and Mr. BL Santhosh is a top BJP functionary, the number 2 in the BJP hierarchy, the party hierarchy.
Exactly. Right from this case which has come in the public domain, the Bharatiya Janata Party Telangana has been denying that there is any the conspiracy to trap the BRS MLAs. And it is so evident and clear, crystal clear, when this the case was about to be in the public domain, how the police came to know about it, how the media came to know, how the other people came to know, except Bharatiya Janata Party people, everyone came to know. And we don't have any business, we don't want to do any business with the BRS MLAs, because we are pretty well sure that in the upcoming elections Bharatiya Janata Party will be we will be achieving a good number of seats, and BRS will be nowhere on that. And that is what happened. And as far as this phone tapping case is concerned, are we in the democracy, or are we in some other state? The Telangana is in India, or is it some other the country? How a police officer, how the chief minister can get smuggle the technology from other countries and then use this is for the private people. Even the Bharatiya Janata Party employee in our the state office in Hyderabad, his phone was also tapped, leave alone the top leaders. So this is completely invasion of privacy, and then we demand a thorough inquiry in that. Their own cop, who has been appointed by the BRS leader, the then chief minister, he himself has come out and then he started confessing about it. Not only him, other the political, the police, the top cops have really confessed. What more you want on that, Mr. Ravala Sridhar Reddy? What more you want?
Okay, we'll come to a political response, but Sandeep Shastri has been patiently listening to this entire discussion. Mr. Shastri, how are you viewing the developments here? Of course, here is the BRS, which is technically not in the fray in the ongoing elections. But given the kind of revelations which have come out and the timing of these revelations, it doesn't really impact election results. But it sharpens the battle lines, certainly. Sandeep Shastri, one moment, please.
Maria, was that question for me?
Yes, sir.
Maria, I think this is an interesting battleground, tapping battleground that three parties are involved in. First point, let's remember that this is not the first case of a conspiracy involving tapping. Many years ago, Radhakrishna resigned as Chief Minister of Karnataka in a phone tapping episode itself, where it was alleged that the government had tapped the phones of opposition leaders. So this is something that happens ever so frequently, and the use of government power ever so frequently happens. In this particular case, as you rightly said, there is likely to be no electoral impact because Telangana has already voted. However, I think the statement today of the police officer raises three questions. One, as a police officer, as a bureaucracy, do you absolve them of responsibility? Do they have to obey political leaders? Is not the bureaucracy there to follow rules and regulations? I think the officer cannot get away with saying that I was asked to do this by the political leadership. Point number two, it's very clear that in many states, when in power, parties in powers have misused this position. Point number three, you have now a Congress government in Telangana which is not involved in either side. And it will be interesting to see who would want to fish in troubled waters to gain political advantage of the situation.
And it appears to be the Congress which is fishing in troubled waters, certainly, because the BJP central leadership is yet to react to it. The first reaction that we have got is from Mr. Subhash, who is the BJP spokesperson of Telangana. But the larger part here is that who tends to gain from this conspiracy. I'll ask that political question in just a bit, but Yashavardhan Azad, the point being made by Sridhar Reddy here is that how can a junior cop know such details? Is he really high up in the hierarchy to know details of this nature that he can make such confession?
Well, Maria, it's quite clear that a task force was made and all these things are done by a selected group of people. Look at what happened in Maharashtra, how the BJP government has installed that same officer as the DGP, who was earlier arraigned for tapping the phones of politicians because she claimed that there were transfers being done for money. So every government doing it, irrespective whether it's BJP, whether it's PRS or whatever. In this particular case, there is a top cop, is the intelligence guy who has the entire systems under him. And there's a very dangerous thing also. You see, reportedly it has been mentioned that some of the phones were hacked. Hacking means that it's a standoff kind of weapon, which I guess that kind of thing which has been used. Now, this leads to a lot of questions. I'm telling you, if this becomes an issue, first of all, I don't believe elections depend on anything, acting or anything, because nothing about governance.
Yes, Azad, I'll try and fix your audio because there seems to be some problem with your network. But let me go back to Mr. Sridhar Reddy. Sridhar Reddy, you know, here are details of a conspiracy that had a senior BJP leader, Mr. BL Santhosh, someone like him, would have been arrested as the former chief minister wanted, according to this confession letter, then certainly it would have meant that he could have got some kind of bargain for K Kavitha. K Kavitha is in jail and she hasn't got any relief till now.
See, this is a statement made by a police officer in the police custody, number one. Number two, Sri BL Santhosh name was mentioned by the middlemen who were caught, who were trying to bribe our MLAs there.
No, but we also know what
Naturally,
happened in the court. We also know what
naturally,
happened in the court.
I know what happened in the court.
Yes.
Naturally, whoever names were actually mentioned by the accused who were caught, generally police will try to, exercise their authority over it as per the legal norms. Government will not have any say in it. Neither on a daily basis, the government officials, the government, in especially the chief minister or ministers, will not intervene in the law and order functioning. If they find a case, if they
No, but wasn't this group set up by the chief minister himself?
I see. That's what I'm trying to say. This is an allegation and a confession statement. This is not final. I really want to question the maturity of the BJP spokesperson. He says, what proof you need more? So any confession statement naming anyone, is it enough to make somebody responsible?
Okay.
Or you can level any kind of charges
NV
on
Subhash,
them?
do you want to respond to that? That here is a confession statement which has been taken in custody. So they are questioning the very nature of this statement.
See, this is, this police officer has been appointed by, the BRS government, the chief minister.
I want them to read the
his
Indian
boss
evidence
has
also
instructed,
given.
and the employee. Listen, Mr. Sridhar Reddy. I think you are getting panic. Don't press the panic button because your days are numbered.
First of all,
So what I'm trying to say is
Let
that
him finish. Let him
we have been vocal right from.
I know you.
We have been vocal right from day one.
Properly.
This is only a framed. This is only the framed conspiracy, because many of the Congress leaders, MLAs have joined, the BRS and that. We have no business to take any Congress leader or any Congress MLA or any, the BRS MLAs to our party. If at all we take, we ask them to resign and then come back and then again, the contest in the elections, we take. That's what we have done in Telangana. So my simple question is that his own boss, he is now in the danger, and the confession statement not made by me or not made by the Bharatiya Janata Party or someone. It is the confession statement given by the police people, not only the one person, the DCP, the SP, the all the people including the SIT chief also. So what more you want? What is the evidence you want on that? And it is very clear and evident that KCR doesn't want to listen anything because he wants to have an arm twisting tactics. He wants to swap. He wants to somehow nail the BL Santhosh, who has nothing to do with the Telangana politics on that. He is an organization general secretary. He doesn't talk about politics on that. He only talks about organization matters. And by just nailing him, he wants to swap, and then he wants to say that he wants to get all the clearances from ED, CBI, anything, because his daughter was involved in CBI case. Not only that, there is so many allegations against him about the Kaleshwaram project, irrigation project, so many allegations on all that he wanted to get rid of by just arresting Mr. Santosh ji on that. But truth prevailed. The truth prevailed. High Court has also given very clear instructions not to arrest, not to do anything on that. Now, our demand, the Bharatiya Janata Party demand is that why, the Congress party is silent on that. Because earlier, the TPCC president, Mr. Revant Reddy, has been constantly accusing that there is a nexus between Bharatiya Janata Party and, the BRS on that. But once he became the chief minister, he has been silent on that. There are so many cases against the BRS chief, and they have to come to an. I think they have already come to an understanding that
Cases
they wanted
against
to
BRS
stop the
chief?
growth of Bharatiya
What
Janata
are you
Party in
talking?
Telangana by not arresting
what is
any
name?
person of
Okay.
Either from
Maria,
Congress
can I
or
come
from
in?
BRS.
Yes, okay.
Why
Mr.
is he
Reddy,
silent
go
on
ahead.
that?
Sridhar
Why is
Reddy.
he not giving
I
to
think
CBI?
this-
Sridhar
I-
Reddy. Yes, Sridhar Reddy, go ahead.
BJP spokesperson is not informed properly. There are no cases against KCR, and
No,
he's
I have
saying
been
that there
informed
are
very
not
well.
many cases. Understand, Subhashji, there are no cases. You are informed. Come prepared when you come onto a national platform next time. And we are speaking on a case, on a confession statement. Generally, does not stand if you go by the Evidence Act. Number two, what are you saying about? You are trying to bring down the image, rather the stature of your own National General Secretary. What do you think? If one individual is arrested, these kind of deals and all, this is a statement based on which you are responding. And it is not an official now. Neither the police booked any cases against anybody basis this confession statement. If it is only for the media's sake, if somebody is saying you are responding to it, and in such a way that it is kind of a conviction given.
All right.
I'm sorry.
We have
Whenever
just
you come
enough
for the-
time now for Sandeep Shastri. Sandeep Shastri, politically speaking, I think both of us understand who tends to gain from this, the political slugfest which has started because of these statements. But, talking about the various players here, one tends to believe that here is a former chief minister who believed in having an iron fist control over his party and the government here, and wanted to control everyone. And if you look at the statement which has been made, it also talks about that how he wanted to ensure that if there is some kind of rebellion or protest, he should be able to silence them. Everything had to be, it was illegal ways in which he functioned.
Maria, the statement is truly explosive because in the side of your screen it is also mentioned that the important person of the Congress party who was heading the strategy for the party in Andhra was also having his phone tapped. So
yes, Sunil's phone
this
was
statement
tapped.
is very much
and he
an
was raided as well.
Yeah, and everybody is going to use this statement to their advantage, but I would believe that we will have to wait for more formal evidence to come. So this is going to be a great statement for everybody to use to their political advantage. And I'm sure it will happen across the day.
And I would say it's a developing story. Perhaps 4th of June will decide how much more of these startling details will stumble upon or will come out in the public domain. Thank you so much for joining us, Sandeep Shastri, Yashwardhan Azad, Mr. Subhash, and also Mr. Reddy. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.